Hello students, welcome to my channel School Online 24/7, and today I am going to describe the second part of Glimpses of Past, and I have uploaded the first part already on my YouTube channel, and you all watched the first part, and the first part's link is given below. You can check and you must watch first part of this chapter, and after that you all will watch this part. Means you all should watch this part. Okay, now let us start the second part of Glimpses of Past. And this part is start from this section, means point 4. And point 4 is belongs to Ram Mohan Roy. And this section had 1772 to 1833. In this year, Raja Ram Mohan Roy, a learned man from Bengal. Learned man means a person great and varied learning, was understood what was wrong with the country. Means Raja Ram Mohan Roy was a well educated man from Bengal, and he was one of the first to realize that there was something wrong with our country. And he said to his friend, let us not despise ourselves. Our ancient culture is great, and we are capable of the greater achievements superstitious have been running us. Despise means feel contempt or a deep repugnance from. And reform means make changes in something in order to improve it. Superstitious. Superstitious means a widely held but irrational belief in supernatural influence, especially as lending to good or bad luck, or a practice based on such belief. In this paragraph, he told about that, means he told to his friend that he was of the belief that Indians must not consider themselves inferior or look down upon themselves. He believed that our ancient culture was great and the people were destined from great achievements. According to Ram Mohan Roy, the first step was to change the society by abandoning the prevailing superstitious. Superstitious means orthodox. It was the root cause of all the problems. So we should eradicate the superstitious thought. He discussed all these things with his friend, and after this, he told to his wife Uma. Uma was the name of Ram Mohan Roy's wife. He said to his wife, cows are of different color, but the color of their milk is the same. Different teachers have different opinion, but the essence of every religion is the same. In this sentence, he explained to his wife, he explained about that, and he was telling to his wife once while having a conversation with his wife. He told her cows are of different colors, but the color of their milk is the same. This means that different teachers might have different opinions, but the essence, but the smell, but the motto of their teaching of each religion is the same. He wanted to told about this thing to his wife. And after this, he was attended attracted by the science and modern knowledge. Knowledge should be practical and scientific. He thought about that. He took keen interest and in science and modern knowledge. According to him, knowledge should be practical and scientific. Even he even published newspaper which the British stopped out the super suspicion in 1823. Look at this paragraph. And he crossed the sea. Yes, he crossed the sea and went to England to see what made the British powerful. There he told them, "We accept you as ruler, but and you must accept us as a subject, but you must remember the responsibility a ruler owes to his subject." And here he was inquisitive to know what made the Britishers so powerful, because he wanted to know about that, what is the thing, what is the main actual fact which was made the Britishers so powerful. So he crossed the seas and traveled to England. There he is known to tell Britishers that we, means we is indicated there, us. Us means nation of us, and accept their rule, means he wanted to tell the Britishers that we accepted your rules, but he added that they must accept Indian as a subject, as a uh, own people, as their own people, and not forget their responsibility about us and duty toward their subject also. And Raja Ram Mohan Roy is known for his effort to abolish the practices of sati and child marriage also. And after this, the fifth section will start oppresses. This section means this movement was going on 1765 to 1835. Oppresses means prolonged, cruel, or unjust treatment or exercise of the authority. Look at the first section. But the British continued to oppress Indian. In 1880, they had passed Regulation 3. Under it, an Indian could be jailed without trial in a court. All the time, British officers in India drew big salary and also made fortune in private business. The Britishers continued to find new ways to bring misery and suffering to Indians because they did not want to improve us. For instance, for example, They passed unfair regulations that kept themselves at an advantage like the regulation third in 1818, under which an Indian could be jailed without a proper trial in court. And as they continued to suppress Indian, they created all sorts of favorable circumstances to uplift the officers. The British officers drew huge amount of salaries, high amount of salaries, and could depend their pockets by making a fortune out of their private businesses or industries. Next, by 1829, British was exporting British goods from worth 7 crore rupees to Indian. The British prospered on the company's loot while Indian industry began to die. And in the scene, the author wanted to explain, means the writer wants to explain the Britishers were exporting goods in huge quantity from Britain. By 1829, they were importing goods or things worth 7 crore rupees to India. As a result, the Britishers grew richer and richer from passing days, leaving the Indian industry high and dry. And after this, another thing was happened. Look at this. Governor General Banting reported back home. The bone of cotton weavers are bleaching the pain of India. The Governor General Banting had conveyed to Britain that the bones of cotton weavers are bleaching the plants of India to highlight the plights and misery of traditional cotton weavers in India. This means that the cotton weavers were forced to starve because of the cotton mills set up by the Britishers. They produced much cheaper cloth with the help of machine, and that led the tradition Indian handcraft to extinctions also. Now next part of six point is dissatisfaction. And this section was running 1813 to 56. Dissatisfaction means the workers, all the Indian peoples are not were not satisfied those days. First, education in the India was in Persian and Sanskrit. In 1835, an Englishman named Macaulay suggested a change. We should teach the native throughout the English language. I agree. Back then, all the teaching were in the form of Persian in Sanskrit in India that time. So, in 1835, a British officer named Macaulay suggested that they must translate all of it in English. Means all the Indian education, they must translate in English. Macaulay suggested it so that the education is delivered in their languages also. English education product clerks to whom the British gave petty jobs under then incidentally it is also product a new generation. We must educate our brothers and try to improve their material condition. For they we must convey our grievance to the British Parliament. Their clerk means clerk perform a variety of clerical and administrative duty. This is the post such as answering the telephone, typing documents, and filling and liaising with clients. Pity means their pity means yes, it is of secondary and lesser important rank or scale. Incidentally, incidentally means used to add a further comment or a remark by the way. In the same, the author want to describe they did so to produce clerk to get their unimportant clerical tasks and administrative duties like answering the phone, typing documents, filling the liaising with the clients also. In the process of doing so, they manufactured a whole new generation of mastermind who wanted to uplift the brothers too by educating them. They wanted to strengthen their financial prospects and that could lead to a promising future, but they needed to convey this to the British Parliament. And Britishers, on the other hand, could not care less about the need of the Indian peoples. By 1816-56, the British had conquered the whole of the India. Look at the pink zone and yellow zone. Yellow zone is a state and yellow zone is belong to from Indian princes means it was belong to from Indian princes and the pink zone is was belongs to British territory. Our kings have sorry they cared little about the needs of Indians. Our king have become puppets and we have lost our old jobs and lands. They are converting our brothers. You only talk, do something to drive them out. In the scene, the author described by that this time, Indian people had become more worried. Their kings were now being treated as puppet and they had mum and they can't speak in front of British officer and British authorities and they had lost their old jobs and land also. The Indian peoples talking to each other, they talked to each other. Britishers were forcing some of them to change their religions also. Indians were tired of talking and wanted to do something. By 1856 in this section and the Britishers had acquired all the part of the India. Look at the pink zone. And now the second part is finished of this chapter, and I hope you all understand this part very well. And if anyone has any confusion about this part, regarding to this part, then you all will leave your comment on my YouTube channel. I will definitely solve your problem. And like the video, share it, subscribe my channel, and press the bell icon also. Thanks for watching this video.